everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I am going to be doing a memory spread for the week of November 2nd, 2020. This is my memory planner from 2020, which was an Aura Estelle A5 wide cloud. I am still using a cloud. I have a new one for 2021, and this is obviously an older spread. I am catching up on all of my memory spreads that I missed during the move and my hiatus and everything. And for this week, I'm going to be using this kit from Two Lil Bees, which I think was called Apple something. I want to say Apple Days, but that's like a book that my kids like to read, so it's probably not that. I will put it across the screen. But anyway, it's this Apple themed kit that's super, super cute. And I just love this with the gold foil. And this is a 4-page mini kit from Two Lil Bees, like I just said. So you have these functional headers, some of the boxes and stuff. I think there was a reformat after this kit, but this was the older format. I love this gorgeous, gorgeous washi and the date covers, and you do get one set of pattern headers, so I will be pulling in a bunch of other foil goodies, etc. I am going to pull out these pages and jump in.
So this is a week I actually remember, even though it was kind of a while ago, because this was the week of Election Day, and so that like really obviously stands out in my mind. I did not vote this week. I had voted like a while before this because we did mail-in ballots, but there was just like a lot of news going on. I was actually pretty zen after the election happened. So like up until November 2nd, I feel like I was feeling, or November 3rd, sorry, I was feeling like pretty nervous about everything and like had some anxiety. But then after, I felt like surprisingly zen. If you've probably heard me talk about this before, but I am like a huge, huge fan of the website and podcast from 538, which is like a statistical analysis driven news website, I guess I would call it. So it's like election and sports news, and they have like election and sport or politics and sports podcasts, but a lot of their stuff has like a very heavy like math and statistics slant to it. And like Nate Silver, who is the inventor of the website, is a statistician, and he builds like election forecasting models and all kinds of other statistical models. And I am a math and stats person by background, and so I find the numbers and I find the website very comforting. And like one of the big things that he kept saying before the election is like one of the reasons Biden was so heavily favored in their model was because he could survive a Clinton-sized polling error, like the polling error size from 2016, and still win, which is basically what happened. So anyway, that I found that very comforting. And they don't call elections. They're not like a news site, like they're owned by ABC, but they were like saying it should have been called like way earlier than it actually was. So I was mostly using that as a news source, which kept me surprisingly calm. But anyway, that is mostly what I remember about the week. And it was more unpacking. It feels so like weird to look back at these spreads and like be planning them now. And I don't like this week, I do remember pretty well, but a lot of the weeks I don't remember super well. And I just have to rely on my notes. But yeah, and it's also super weird to go back to planning in these like repunched EC inserts, because these are the inserts from the Erin Condren binder from the year before. And now I have like the Caress Press inserts where you don't have to white out anything. So it's like really weird to go back and do spreads in here where you have to like use so much white out and everything. I'm really happy with my Caress Press inserts. I'm still really happy with my Cloud Planner, obviously, which this was in a Cloud Planner too. But it does feel weird to go back and forth. But also like I feel like it's taking me forever to catch up on spreads. It's just like that the weeks keep moving. I can't really film more than 2 memory spreads in a week. And even like filming 2 sometimes doesn't happen. Like honestly, this past week I filmed 0 spreads just because like I didn't have time, and I like was feeling lazy on the days that I did have time. And also because I have like this whole kit drama going on, which it doesn't matter. I just am waiting for this kit that I really want to use. But anyway, yeah, so that it is like weird to go back, and I will catch up eventually. It's just going to take some time just because I like don't really have it's just going to take me a long time to do. And then when I'm done, I think I'll film like a full flip through of this, since I did use this planner, or I will have used this planner for a whole year, which is really exciting because it always feels really good when you stay in a planner for a whole year. Anyway, on Monday, I just did my regular work. I'm using a bunch of stickers from Rose and Tea Shop this week. I think they looked really cute and they like really matched the Two Lil Bees vibe. And then I went ahead and got ahead of myself and stuck down a sticker that said Election Day and realized that was on Monday. So I moved it to Tuesday. It's like when you don't, and honestly, in the last election, we lived in Texas where there's like always been early voting, or there has been for a while. So like I don't even like the last time I voted in like on an actual election day was like a really long time ago. So anyway, I just did some work. I did some reading and relaxing. I did like a little bit of unpacking. Again, this was the week after we moved, which actually I don't think I said that at all. So this was the week after we moved. So I was still like unpacking things and like stuff like that. And then I took a bath that night. I took like a lot of baths right after we moved because even though our master bathroom wasn't finished, our downstairs like kids bathroom, regular hall bathroom, whatever you want to call it, has a pretty nice bathtub in it. It's actually quite large. And we had such a small bath in our rental, so I felt like I hadn't had like a good bath in a really long time. So then on Tuesday, I took the baby and my son to my dad's house, and we went in the hot tub. Actually all the kids, because the school was closed for election day. Never mind. So I took all of the kids to my dad's house. I took them like while the construction was still going on, and my son was like home from school. He doesn't go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I went to my dad's like a lot. Also, I'm just like looking at the spread. You can't see it yet, but my handwriting was like really on point this week, so that always feels really good. Anyway, then we got pizza for lunch. And then my daughter, the baby, she stood up to standing like without grabbing onto anything for the first time this day, and like, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking about it. She can take like 5 steps now, not full on walk, and it's like the end of February. And she's my latest walker of the 3. So I feel like that was like a really long time ago. It took her a while to step, but she's a really fast crawler, which I feel like is why. And then that night I had a really bad nosebleed. And then on Wednesday, I had to stop by the old house to just bring the trash cans in or out. I don't remember which one, but we just did like one extra trash day after our move since we had like a lot of trash, and we had checked with the landlord and they were cool with it. So we just brought the cans back in. I did some reading, some relaxing. I did some unpacking, and we also built my son's big boy bed. So one of the things with this move was we were putting him in a bed and putting the baby in like a regular full-size crib and getting her out of her like little mini crib. So that was good. And then we got Honey Grove for dinner, which is like it's like one of those fast casual chains. If you have that in your area, they make like all kinds of like bowls and stir fries and stuff like that. So it was really good, and the kids really like it because you can get everything with noodles, and my kids are all in on the noodles, like all in, like noodles every single meal. They want noodles anyway. All kinds of noodles, like any kind of flavor noodles, any kind of combinations with it. Just got to have the noodles. And then, this was also the day that we got the estimate for like all of the big damage that was like all over our siding and part of our roof and like the whole side of the house. We basically had to like refinish an old addition that had been put on the house, and this was the day that we got like the price cost for that. It was not pretty, so a little bit upsetting. But on the flip side of that, I got a work offer from a client that I hadn't done a work for in a while. So that was really good. And it ended up being like a really large project with them. So that was a good counterbalance to the day. Not enough to cover the cost of the house, obviously, but a nice counterbalance. And then my dad stopped by and brought like chicken for dinner. I don't remember why he stopped by. And then I just hung out with my husband that night. And then on, Friday, we had a crane in our driveway in the morning, and that was really exciting for the kids. They were like lifting some stuff into the second floor without having to take it through the house. So there was a crane there. It was only there for one day, and that was the only day during all of construction that it was there. I did a little bit of work for that new project that I was working on, and also they installed like our new the stone around our fireplace, and it looked really pretty. And that was like one of the last things left for the downstairs. And then I had a really bad headache after doing like some very intense data work all morning. I had a really bad headache and I just like laid down for a while. I think it had been like a while since I had done like some really heavy computer work. Like my regular Monday thing is more like writing. This was like heavy data analytics, which I hadn't done in a while, which is like tends to be like really zoomed in on the laptop. And I used to like have monitors for when I did stuff like that, but they were really old and we just left them in Texas, and I didn't like unpack. I didn't buy new ones. So I was just doing it on my laptop, which I feel like is so terrible for your eyes. And then I took a bath. So then on Saturday, we went to Wawa and we went to my dad's house and we got flu shots and haircuts. So it was a flu shots and haircuts kind of a day, which is really funny. Anyway. And then we ordered Thai for dinner, and and then they finally called the election that night. Like not pictured in the spread. I just decided not to mark it as like the massive quantities of news that I was like consuming, like watching, listening to like daily podcasts, YouTube, and just like a lot of articles. I don't watch a lot of TV, and I like really can't stand like cable news or like even like network news. I just can't like it, that I have to read it or like listen to podcasts, and only podcasts that I like already like and like have fully vetted during like calmer times. Anyway, mostly the 538 podcast, and they had like a live blog and all this stuff. So anyway, that is what I did. And then like I said, Saturday was finally called, and that was like felt like very celebratory, but also anticlimactic because I had been like really expecting it for a few days at this point, and then very quickly shifted back to like horror at all of the kind of drama and just disgustingness that unfolded after the election was called. Anyway, on to planner stuff and planner happiness on Sunday. We just had like a very chill at home day. We didn't really do too much. We played outside for a while. It was actually quite warm this weekend, and we did like a bunch of stuff with our lawn, and we had to like dig this big hole because it was like impossible to get a tree person out because like in peak season it's really hard to get. We had like, this was related to the siding problem in the house, and we just like wanted to move some of the dirt out of the way. So anyway, my husband like dug a hole, and the kids played with worms for like 2 hours, and I was like, this is so disgusting. Kids are gross. But they had a really good time. So that was fun. And then we had a taco night, which is always a fun time. I love tacos. Like tacos in all forms. Like when we lived in Austin, like my husband always wanted barbecue and I always wanted Tex-Mex, and like that's basically all we ate like the whole time we lived there, was like just like Tex-Mex and barbecue, which is like very like that's like very like transplant living in Texas thing, I feel like. And now like that's what we miss here. But we can make tacos, but it's not like as good as having like a Torchy's tacos that you can just like roll up to. Anyway, I am just filling this out, and like I said, actually I would say on like my Monday through Wednesday, my handwriting looks like amazing. And then on my Thursday through Sunday, it's just like fair. So I'm just going to stare at the one half of the planner that looks really, really pretty, where I've done like really neat handwriting. Anyway, I always do like that. But yeah, so I'm just filling this out. I did use some foil scripts this week, but not a lot. I just like, I don't know, I need to like fix my foil scripts storage to make them easier to pull. But yeah, anyway, that is everything for this week. Okay, that is everything all finished up. I do think this looks so pretty and very, very gold. Fun to like do a fall spread while it's now a very late winter. But anyway, this is what I have left, just some of the larger deco pieces. I did use like all of the functional items in this. Next time I use a Two Lil Bees mini kit, I think I will go ahead and bring out some matching functional stuff so I have a little bit more to work with besides just the CoverGirl craft stuff. But anyway, it did come together super cute. So that is everything. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at MyCraftyPlans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!